Okay, so I've downloaded a few Minecraft mods that caught my eye. These are some pretty cool mods and their popularity is rightfully deserved. I mean, come on, who even plays vanilla Minecraft nowadays? I'm really just trying to look for more ways to terrorize villagers, to be honest. I mean, come on, they deserve it for charging me so much for a Protection 4 book. Anyway, there's 3 mods that I kinda go in depth covering, so stick around until the end of the video. I wanted to first show off the Dawn of the Flood mod. I'm a pretty big Halo fan, just finished a legendary run on the Master Chief Collection a week ago, so I'm pretty sure the way this mod works is after a certain amount of time in the world, the flood will spawn, and after more time passes, the more advanced they get. My favorite thing so far is how they arrive. Similar to Halo 3, a ship crashes down carrying the flood.
What is it? More brutes?
Worse.
After that, all you can really do is pray. There's multiple different forms of the flood, like the pod infector, which infects nearby mobs, the carrier, which bursts into multiple pod infectors, the maw, which, like, ew, what even is that thing? Anyway, there's a villager type, which comes from the villager being infected. Human and player are basically the same, but the player will have a name tag and a random item in their hand, most likely a weapon. And then next up are the pillagers, vindicators, and evokers, when they get infected. And lastly, the marine, enderman, and Sangheili. With the Sangheili being pretty strong, it shakes the ground when it walks. Also, the flood have a dead state, which they can be revived in with the pod infector, so watch out for that. I know what you may be thinking. The flood are kinda huge, but you gotta remember Master Chief is like 7 feet tall, so even the pod infectors are like the size of a dog. There's also the weapons you can craft like the magnum, the shotgun, the sidekick, and even an energy sword and a needler. Don't forget about the grenades and stuff too. Lastly, there's music discs and some banner decorations. There's some really iconic songs here, especially this one. It kinda gives you the chills, doesn't it? It's a really well put together mod, and it's nice to see some of my favorite games come together. Alright, next up we got Roundabout, a JoJo mod. This mod is pretty sick because it can give you and mobs stands. You can use a stand arrow to give yourself a stand or shoot the arrow at a worthy mob to give them a stand. Arrows are found or crafted from meteorites. So far there's only Star Platinum and the World, but the mod is still in early development and they plan to add more stands in the future like Justice, so keep an eye out. There's also a few weapons. There's glaives, which are melee weapons and can be charged for high damage attacks, also causing bleeding effects. Gasoline cans can be thrown to douse enemies in gasoline and then ignite them with matches. Harpoons are ranged weapons that tracks any flying target and deals more damage the longer they stay in the air. It's kind of overpowered how it can lock onto anything and just come back to you. And finally, the knives are throwing weapons that can inflict bleed and can be grouped up for rapid, less precise attacks. There's also the local caca, a mysterious fruit that can be found in the jungles. It can heal you at the cost of transforming some body parts into stone. But eating it again cures the petrification for that part, but shifts it to a new body part. Alternatively, the new local caca can transfer this curse to other players or mobs. Back to the stands, you can summon them by pressing R, and then they will be shown in front of you. There's many different ways to fight with your stand. You can punch regularly or barrage punch, throw blocks or mobs, and freeze time. And also Star Platinum has his famous forgotten Star Finger. The world has a charge attack in place of it. There's also some movement mechanics too, and all of these powers can be seen in the power inventory. You can unlock more abilities the further you develop your stand too. Also in the power inventory you can tweak your stand's appearance, whether that's skins or poses. Honorable mention is the Tickle monster. What's not to like about this little guy? He heals you and attacks other mobs. You gotta love him. Alright, lastly, you know this mod. We all know this mod. Maybe. Mowzie's mobs adds a range of different creatures to the game. Here's a quick look at some of them. Foliath are large jungle-dwelling plant monsters that could be deceptively deadly. At first they appear to be ordinary plants on the ground, but when you get too close, they spring to life. Upon death, they drop Foliath seeds, which can be planted and grown into baby Foliaths. Feed them meat for a few days, and they'll grow into full-size Foliaths. They are still dangerous though. Ferris Rotnaut are heavily armored ancient knights that roam deep underground. Their true purpose is really a mystery, and to defeat them, you'll have to discover its unique weakness. Upon vanquishing one, you can take its Rot Helm and Axe of 1,000 Metals. You can right-click to attack in a large arc, or you can shift right-click to pull enemies closer with a shockwave. The Frostmaw is a massive beast with powerful ice breath. If you encounter one, it might be better to take another route. Defeating the Frostmaw rewards you with an ice crystal that can pretty much harness the power of winter itself. But be prepared, it's a pretty challenging fight. Umvuthi, the Sunbird, is the creator of the Umvuthana. Umvuthi commands the sun itself and can unleash devastating sunstrikes and beams. He resides on a throne in the Savannah Groves, and should you come across this area, you better be prepared. If you defeat him, you can earn his Soul Visage Mask, which allows the warrior to create your own Umvuthana followers. There's many more mobs in this mod, and you would have to just see them for yourself to believe them. Mods like this are my favorite because they can add things in the world that just fit so well together, whether it's small little structures or just the mobs themselves. Alright, 3 mods done. Will you be downloading them, or maybe you were 2 steps ahead and already had them downloaded? Either way, thanks for making it all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, maybe like and subscribe, per chance. Only about 1.8% of viewers are subscribed, so join the 1.8%er please, and comment your favorite food or something. That's all for today. See ya!